So here we go, guys. Recent news in MMA news. Alex Pereira is probably gonna fight Khamzat Chimaev instead of Magomed Ankalaev. And my god, if this fight ever happens, it's the biggest fucking mistake that the UFC can ever make. Because why would you do that? You got two superstars with the opposite styles in MMA, and you're gonna let them fight each other. I mean, like, this is ridiculous, bro. And to be honest, who I got winning in that fight, I will say Khamzat Chimaev, of course. I will say 60%. I think light heavyweight, even though he's like the wrestler, he will dictate the fight where it's going. Like, Alex Pereira is a big guy, and if he chins Khamzat, then like Khamzat's not gonna get a fight at fucking middleweight. But if Khamzat submits Alex Pereira, then you got another superstar that's, off. And Alex Pereira is a fucking active fighter as well, and Khamzat isn't. And I mean, why you got like Hamza against Ankalaev, like two freaking Chechen versus Dagestani, like, bro, like Alex Pereira is a superstar, Hamza Chimaev is a superstar. Let him fight at middleweight. He's a freaking former welterweight. I know he started at middleweight, but a former welterweight going at light heavyweight, and it's like, I know they want to paint the narrative like with Alex Pereira, he defeated maybe a wrestler, but Hamza is a golden ticket. Hamza, you need to keep Hamza at 185. Hamza is a superstar itself, you know? So let him have his own division and let Pereira let his own division. But let's, take a deep dive in this matchup. Let's see who will win and how it will go. So, Hamza Chimaev is a freaking animal when it comes to wrestling. He is a 185er, but skill-wise, he even has better wrestling than bantamweights, flyweights, featherweights. This guy glides over the freaking canvas and literally pushes you against the octagon and has this like chain wrestling just like Khabib Nurmagomedov. The same style. Hamzat is an animal and he will literally take down Alex Pereira. Like Alex Pereira literally got almost choked out by Jan Blachowicz, and Jan Blachowicz is not really of a grappler itself. I would say he did really good by defending it, and he's also like a big freaking guy. It's probably hard to move him as well. But I don't see Pereira like sprawling, tried to sprawl like a guy like Robert Whittaker, which even Whittaker trying to sprawl, but because Hamza just shoots so far and so low and so fast and explosive, bro, Whittaker was already against the fence, so he couldn't even sprawl. So I would say, bro, like Hamza is a freaking animal in that aspect, and if Hamza takes him down, which would happen, I don't care how big Pereira probably is. Like Hamza is a strong guy. Like they said, like in the fight week against his fight against Whittaker, he was like 90 kilos, which is a bit of a less size for middleweight. And he freaking like ragdolled Whittaker, so he probably has some freaking abnormal strength. So I'll probably say that. And then, yeah, I mean, Pereira even outside of a UFC career, he got like submitted in Brazil. And I'm not saying that will like take big part of it because he has like really take his wrestling game and jiu-jitsu game and Glover Teixeira. But a guy like Hamza, the way he's so fast and the way the understanding of wrestling and grappling is just, I mean, if it goes the first round, the first two rounds, like Hamza got it. Hamza for sure got this. Like he's so, the way he transitions, the way he just like wrestle fucks you. Like if you get up, he shoots, reshoots again, like ankle picks you, and he's also so good in grappling. Like it's not just pure wrestling, it's just grappling as well. And I'm not seeing Alex Pereira like landing a knee or get like a timed underhook on him. No, I'm not seeing that though. But when it comes to Alex Pereira, well, for Alex Pereira is literally to survive. He needs to survive. And when we look at the opponents of Hamza, like who has survived, like of course Gilbert Burns, who he's like, he fucked up the wrestling game plan and he went straight to striking. And then of course he had a freaking brawl with Gilbert Burns. But even on the ground, like Gilbert Burns had good jiu-jitsu. That's why also it was hard for Hamza to do anything on the ground with him. And then of course Kamaru Usman. But Kamaru Usman is Kamaru Usman. He's like a freaking D1 wrestling champion himself. So, and we saw it, like he was the first shot Hamza did on Kamaru. He defended it so well, and it was really hard to get Kamaru down on the ground. He got it though, which we never seen on Kamaru Usman, but he did it the best against Hamza. And then even Hamza transitioned so easy in Usman to get the fucking body triangle and almost get the rear naked choke because Kamaru Usman slammed Khamzat to the ground, to the canvas, so that was really good. But in case of Pereira, I mean, this is so difficult for him because like Hamzat really needs to freaking shoot on him, and it's like Pereira needs to stay in the middle of the octagon. I feel like that's where his best shot is, like not get pressed. But it was the same with Whitaker. Oh, Whitaker don't get pressed, but Whitaker got pressed anyway. Like Hamzat shoots from freaking 500 meters away. That's super low, and he got you, bro. But when it comes to surviving, and then Usman survived it, and you saw what Usman did to Hamzat in the second and the third round. He was pushing him, and that was Usman off the couch at middleweight, fucking crazy. And of course Gilbert Burns gave him a good fight. So I will say, yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult. Pereira, of course, if it goes to the third round, then Hamzat is totally like it's done for Hamzat. Like Pereira striking is super elite, and bro at light heavyweight Hamzat will get chinned. And even Hamzat said it himself against Michael Bisping. He said like, I know he can knock me out. You know, he can. I know he can knock me out. So I'm not gonna strike with him. So it's a difficult matchup. It's like wrestler versus striking guy, kickboxing guy. But realistically, it's Hamzat I see winning more. But I don't know, like it's difficult to move these guys because these guys are heavy. Pereira's a heavy guy. He's not like a freaking small guy, you know. He's not like Kevin Holland, so you can ragdoll him. He's not gonna ragdoll Pereira. Even though I said he's strong, he is strong. He probably get him down, but he's not gonna ragdoll him. And if Pereira is good on like defending submissions, then yeah, that's like it takes a lot of energy to grapple to get a body triangle tucked in and you keep wrestling. But one thing Hamza does really good, which is gonna drain Pereira, it's like he is so good at putting his body weight upwards. Like his head is always above the opponent's head, what makes him like drown. Like how Daniel Cormier said it about John Jones when they're clinching. It's like a towel over you that's just draping you, it's draping over the top, and that's what Hamza does as well, and that's what Khabib does as well in the freaking wrestling against the fence. So I would not say Alex Pereira doesn't have a chance, but it's not good for him. Like Ankalaev is way better. First of all, Ankalaev deserves this freaking spot. Like what the fuck? Like Ankalaev is a number one contender, bro. He beat Rakic, and he is the number one contender. He should be fighting for the light heavyweight belt, which I would say Pereira beats him. I don't think Ankalaev is that of a grappler like Hamza. He is a really good grappler, really underrated, but more of a striker. Ankalaev said that he's gonna strike with Pereira, which, I mean, why? Like, are you fucking retarded? Just fucking grapple him. You have the advantage of grappling. Just grapple him. So that's interesting. But Ankalaev should fight Pereira, and I favor Pereira slightly over it. Ankalaev got a really good chance though. And for Hamza should not be fighting Pereira, bro. You're number three middleweight. You just beat Robert Whitaker. Wait for Dricus Duplessis, wait for Sean Strickland, and then fight them. And I will say Hamza beats DDP and Strickland. So that's way better for them. I don't know why this even like is a suggestion to let them fight each other. You can let them fight each other if Hamza gets the belt. Like then it's like middleweight versus light heavyweight, bit more of a hype, and whatever loses doesn't matter. Like if Hamzat wins, then you got a double champ Hamzat. If Barrow wins, then he defended against Hamzat. He took Hamzat's O. Hamzat is still the freaking middleweight champ. So no, I don't think it's really good. I think he should fight Ankalaev, and that's much better for him. I get it though, like because Pereira almost like finished the division, and you wanna make some noise for him. But if he finish off Ankalaev, he can wait for Hamzat if he wins the belt, or he can freaking like go fight John Jones or Tom Aspinall, which I rather see, rather see that. So yeah, I mean like I know the options of Pereira are limited. He's like 37 now, so it's also like time's ticking, and I feel like I'm not saying he's getting chinned ever again like by Asanya, but if he gets submitted, I don't think submission would do him really bad. But if he gets chinned again or like TKO'd, I think like it's gonna be bad for Pereira. But I don't know who's gonna chin. Like, yeah, Tom Aspinall probably. Tom Aspinall can do it, and Ankalaev can do it as well. I'm not saying Ankalaev cannot do it, because Khalil Roundtree really showed up, and we thought Khalil Roundtree had no chance. So I got Khamzat winning. Let me know, guys, what you think of an interesting matchup. I think it's very interesting, but very, very dumb. Very fucking dumb. A fucking number 3 middleweight contender gonna fight a light heavyweight champ. So when you have a number 1 contender at light heavyweight, so let me know, guys. I got Khamzat. Pereira got a chance, but not a big one. So yeah. See you guys in the next video, and yeah. And if you're not tap, you will sleep, brother. So see you.